Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. The punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, has it teed up and ready to go. And we're off and running from Charlotte. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
He loses the football. It's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Josh Sweat making the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 39. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Young to throw here on 3rd. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. He gets him 8 yards, but they still need 12 now on 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Throw on 3rd down. His first throw is an interception. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one.
Touchdown, Carolina! A quick 2nd score for him, Brock, already, and we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Play action on 1st down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Blown back gets the handoff. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This one's caught. And he's brought down after a short gain. Rookie out of Washington making that tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the little back on the handoff. Juke the defender. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
From the pistol, it's Young. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This is ahead for about 5. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Completes this one to Chase. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Finds him on the crossing route. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers making a 3-score game already in the 1st. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just a machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
To throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another carry for him. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Handoff now from the gun. And they'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That call right there was all about setting up an easier 3rd down. Sure, he could have potentially gotten the 1st down, Kate, but now you've opened up your playbook on 3rd down that much more.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. Receiver in motion, headed right. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to the well again. And he rocks the tackler. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hauled in by Godwin. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He'll get this to Samuel. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. Panthers pick this one up.
You know, that's just on first down. It really can. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought... This up to the 22. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Looking slant route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run here from the gun. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Young on the play action. That's caught. He found some space. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure you're not sure. Everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field. That's exactly what the defense just did.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now first run of the game is Amir White. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. First throw for the backup now. Short pass brought in. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Buccaneers.
They go play action on first. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Taken in by Dobbs. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Buccaneers have a choice to make. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Dropping back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Young on 1st and 10. Puts some power on a deep one left. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
To the air on 1st down, Young. That's incomplete left side. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Hits his running back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. trying to push this past the marker. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. He has the Carolina touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
That's into the hands of Dobbs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Able to hit home, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Play action on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. He cuts it right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
to throw here on third. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers take over as he records his 10th career INT. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in and deep. Just exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Pressure comes, Jones. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense up to the line fast. Here's a drop play. Fullback gets it. And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jones now on third down. Dump off to his fullback. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Working quickly here. Handoff now out of the gun. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Play fake, Jones. He's on the move. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Jones. It's into the hands of White. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now Jones on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Again, Jones to the air. Bails out of the pocket quick. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. White. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers start the second half with some needed points. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers take 7 points off the deficit. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now, Young. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Young on the play action. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On third down, it's Young. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They're going for it, Young. He connects downfield on fourth. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Forget that it was fourth down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. Shotgun snap now to Young. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Young working from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
From his own end zone, here we go. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Trying to hit his fullback there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Blitz coming for Jones. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first. Jones now to throw. Hits him on the out route. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Man in motion out of the slot. 1st and 10. It's a give to White. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Jones looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. And the Panthers into the nickel set. 3rd down coming. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. That's brought in by White. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Jones. This one's taken in by Otten. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Running on 2nd with White. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Thankfully, here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Again, this is White. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Got his target, it's Otten. Has room into the secondary. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers making the scoreboard look a touch better. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers take a molehill off that mountain as they still trail by 27. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Jukes out a one-stop. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down. He's got it at the 30. And they they take him down right along the 30. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, Young. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I think even the defense would admit, a little surprised to see him running on 3rd and long. That's called pursuit. Rallying quick after that initial reaction and stuck him behind the line.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He'll get this complete to White. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Nabs along that sideline, Samuel. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Play fake, Jones. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. It's White on the give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To throw, here's Jones. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa. The Buccaneers putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Play action now. Young. This is reeled in by Pittman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the well again. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They give it to him again. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Young to throw here on 3rd. Touchdown, Carolina. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers continue piling on to this lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Jones to throw. He'll get this to Samuel. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing here, Jones. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On target to Godwin. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he stopped at the 31-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They've got 1st down from the 31. Jones. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers take possession off their 2nd interception of the game.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lone back gets the handoff. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Young working from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. First down throw by Jones. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up. Now Jones. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Jones on first down. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Taken in by Dobbs. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Again, Jones to the air. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find his tight end. So it's second down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Buccaneers making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And it's up and good, and they'll get one last tally in the final act of this ball game. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate.